you. God bless you. God bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. God bless you. We bring you greetings. We bring you greetings from Destiny Word Christian Center of Atlanta, where myself and First Lady is the founder and pastor. Hey, we bring you greetings tonight. I'm just excited about what God is doing. And I'm telling you all, hey, let's tag and invite some people. Why are you coming in? Why are you coming in? Let's tag, share, and invite some people. Um, I'm just excited about what God is doing. I'm still waiting on the guest. She hasn't, I guess she's having difficulties getting on, but nevertheless, you still see myself and First Lady. Hey, let's get some people in here. Let's tag and invite some people in here. Invite some people in here. I tell you, God is still worthy uh, in the midst of all of this that is going on. He is still worthy. Y'all see First Lady. God bless you. God bless you. And I tell y'all, hey, God is doing some great things. God is doing some great things, and I'm just excited about what God is doing. Hey, while you're coming in, let's tag, share, and invite. Let's tag, share, and invite. Hey, God is on the move. And while you're coming in, tag and share and invite. Hey, we need your hearts. We need your hearts. Give us some hearts. Give us some hearts. Give us some likes. Give us some hearts. Mostly, we need your hearts. Let's tag, share, and invite. I'm just excited about what God is doing. God is doing some amazing and great things. And hey, like I always tell you all, we get testimony after testimony after testimony. We get so many testimonies about what God is doing, how He's doing things. And I'm telling you all, let's tag, share, and invite. Let's invite some people in here tonight. Let's invite some people in here tonight. This is we label this. Let's talk with the prophet. Real talk with the prophet. So I'm just excited about what God is doing. I see First Lady phone is, I guess she's in a bad area. She's she's buffing, but I'm just excited about what God is doing. Hey, I'm telling you all, it is amazing about what God is doing, the things that He's doing, and I tell you all, I would not trade anything in the world than the things that God is doing right now. And God is really speaking to His people. God is really speaking to His people. There she is. She's out of buffing. But we're first, lady, just tell the people how excited and the things that to share on your heart, the things that God has been doing, uh, that
Well,
you
good
have seen
evening.
that you've seen God do in these from the transition from Chicago to here, the things that you've seen God do, and just share with the people a little bit.
Well, I'm just very excited. God he's been doing wondrous work in our lives. We have uh, come on this journey to, grow our ministry, start our ministry here in Atlanta, Georgia. We've been through some different trials and tribulations, but I thank God that we went through them because He showed us that how victorious He is and how sovereign He is, and how we can just learn and grow from Him. We've since January we've gotten our life coaching certificates. He's working on his master coach. I am. well, doing my mental health coaching, and we have some members. I'm so thankful for our members. God's really blessed us with a very wonderful group of people who love God, are thirsty for God, and I'm just excited to see this, to for all of us to grow together, because our walk with God is a continuous growth. You never stop growing, and once if you do stop growing, then there's something wrong, because there's because we are made from a sinful flesh, and no one is perfect, but we're all striving toward that prize, this onward bound. And with that being said, I just wanted to, kind of, touch on some of the things that we were going to talk about today. Talking about mindsets and your mental health. So, I thank God
Well, tell
for,
us, First Lady, tell us a little bit about the mindset and the mental health. Tell us a little bit about how God has changed your mindset, and how important is mental health, do you feel it is today?
I think mental health today, mental health wellness, being healthy mentally is super important, especially today. Um, Everybody's, we're going through COVID, going through the monkeypox, just different things that are occurring, natural disasters, whether it be tornadoes, earthquakes, tsunamis. We're going through just different signs of the times. And, just mentally, that's one. Um, some of the things that we've been going through that brings about a lot of stressors. And going back on COVID, it's the impact that it had of a lot of people losing their jobs, people who had jobs and quit jobs, just getting the community back into the working mindset and earning an honest living. It's been a real challenge as well. So the crime rates have went up, and a lot of people are living out of
Your First Lady has froze up, uh, but she's touching some great topics. She's touching some great things. Babe, you froze up. I don't know if you're walking or
oh
what you're
yeah.
doing.
So I don't know what happened. But just also touching on that, it's important to get back to the basics with our mental health, and like our mindsets, and learning how to deal with some of this anxiety, this trauma, because trauma can be anything. It can be also like the fact that people lose their jobs. They were living a certain lifestyle, and then COVID hit, and then they lost their jobs, they lost their livelihoods. A lot of people are homeless, a lot, and going from something to nothing is traumatic. It's traumatic, and it's something that should be acknowledged as well. So just talk, so I was wanting to talk tonight about the mindset, and that we should have, in that area, having an attitude, first of all, gratitude, because we have to learn to be grateful for the things that we do have in order for God to bless us with even more things, within life. And lost my train of thought. So we have to be, we do have to be grateful. And then we have to learn how to be assertive, how to think critically, to think, that's my nursing profession, coming out of like thinking critically, and try, during trials and tribulations and during complex situations. But we got to learn how to break things down back to the basics, so that we can rise up and overcome whatever situation that we may be going through, whether it be finances, whether it be you know your home situation, relationships. Um, it could be, just a variety of things. So those are some of the things that I just kind of, that's been on my heart, and I want to help the people in our, especially in our ministry, and the public, how to get past those things. What should our thinking be looking like? How can we grow? How can we overcome and rise above? Because, like in the book of Revelations, it talks about with the seven churches, each church had their own trials and tribulations that they were going through, but he gave them, a promise for each church that overcame whatever the main issues of that particular church was. So, just learning how to do that and learning how to overcome and having a great mindset is it's on my heart. It's my heart to give and share, and to grow, and I'm open to learning as well. But I want to share with the things that I have learned, from throughout life, and even throughout this recession, throughout illnesses that set me back, where one minute I was working a full time, making everything bills all together, and then hit a health issue in which I couldn't work for a couple of years one time. That was right before nursing school. And just, how God brought me through that, but just having the mindset of, okay, I got to get through this nursing program so that I can, have a new outcome, but not giving up, not having a mindset of giving up or saying, woe is me and I can't make it and I don't know what to do, but saying, no, I got to do this, and just uh, making out plans. I learned how to be the most resourceful when I was in my down points in life. So, and also to lean on God the most. And we should be leaning on Him at all times. But even in times of turmoil, just to be able to lean on Him even more, because sometimes we lean a different way and it's a negative way. So just continue to lean that positive way and allow God to carry us through our storms and to help us in our mindset, in our thinking, and so that we can have good mental health, and so that we can rise up and flourish.
And well, with that being said, so tell me some of the things that you have learned. Even going through some of the things that you've gone through in life. Tell me some of the things that you're grateful that God have changed your mindset with the things that you when you look back over your life and you look back over some of the things that you've gone through and you had to deal with, and look where you are now. How would you put that in perspective now than how you were then?
I would take like my childhood, just growing up. We didn't have a lot of money and nor a lot of resources, and my mom had some health issues, actually some mental health issues that was undiagnosed. So we didn't even know what to treat or how to treat it, or how to handle it. Um, and I felt like I faced a lot of like a abandonment and um, different things of just being poor. Like if I had to get clothes from other people, that would, what you call them, hand me downs. And I remember a time in high school just being bitter and being mad at God, and you know, uh, and God works through. What did I say? He works through mysterious ways, because he led me to the point where and he can work through anything. So I believe God can work through anything, because actually, I don't know if you guys remember this movie called The Dangerous Mind, and it had Olivia Newton-John in it, and she talked about, it was to some high school students who were like in the same similar situations that I was in, facing different types of being judged, ridiculed, or what have you, or having difficult home life situations. And but she was teaching them that everything in life is a choice. And and I'm like 50 now, almost 51, and it's that stuck with me. And I believe that God worked through that movie, to send a message that would stick to me throughout life. And so I had to learn how to change my mindset. And God, he actually carried me through that as a teenager. I didn't realize it as much, because I was a teenager, but I did have, a belief in God, a belief in, I'm like, God, I know you got to hear me. You got to hear me. And I prayed and prayed and prayed. And like for years, and sometimes I just, I felt like he didn't hear me, or, you know, just feeling alone and stuff. But I think that now, like, but I had to make a decision, like with that, everything in life is a choice. I had to go through it to the point where, what are the choices that I want to make? Either I can choose to be a victim, or I can choose to overcome. So I chose to overcome. So like throughout high school, I didn't get into like drugs and a lot of wildlife and things like that. I kind of sunk myself into sports and working, and so I made goals in I made goals of what I wanted to be in life, and I stuck with them. Now, not having finances and stuff, I had to go the long route. So I also, I had to go. I went from being a medical assistant. I went from a 6 week program of being a medical assistant. Then from medical assistant for some years, then I decided to go back to school to work, be a surgical technologist. And then for like about 10 or 11 years, I was a surgical technologist. And then I finally, at 45, I wound up getting my degree in nursing. Well, I was 44, but yeah, getting my degree in nursing, which is what I had wanted to do a long time ago. So just, I say that to just encourage people that don't give up on your dreams. Just change your mindset and say, I can do this. I will do this. And I'm gonna keep praying and being faithful that God was gonna bring me through, and He did. He brought me through, and now, lately I've been like super super busy. So I went from been doing regular med surg nursing. Now I'm doing the critical care, and it's more complex. So, but I am determined to get through the rest of these modules, and because God has brought me this far, so I know He's gonna see me through the rest of it in this EKG test on Friday. Um, but yes, God is wonderful. He taught me how to have a positive mindset. He taught me through the times when I wasn't positive. He sent me to the right scriptures and to the right and gave me just what I needed to get to the next level. And He can do that for you too.
Let me ask you this: I saw you. You said that you touched, that you went through things at an early age. How was the transition from going through the things that you were going through as a teenager to your adult life, and then you touched about your mom? Tell us how that transition was uh, in your life.
Hear me? Can you hear me?
You must be still walking or something because
No, I'm just
you
standing
got to stay.
here. Can you
Oh,
hear me
okay, I
now?
can hear you now. I can hear you
Okay,
now.
so I think the transition, the wonderful transition that God blessed us with my mom, is that when I was a child growing up, she had schizophrenia, but we didn't know that she had schizophrenia, which is one of the more severe mental health disorders, until I was like 20 years old. And so going through childhood, it was like really tough. Because she would, a lot of times, I've learned now since then that a lot of times when people with mental health disorders, a lot of people will try to self-medicate themselves with alcohol or drugs, just to try to have some normalcy of life, because they don't know what's going on or scared to go get some help, or whatever the case may be. And then like if you're like my mom was, when you're in a psychotic state, you don't really even realize that you're off, you know. And so, but when we found out, like when she was like nonviolent, when I was like 20, we took her to a hospital, because like throughout high school, she would be in there like for 9 months to a year. Um, and so I would be living from house to house to house. I was pretty much homeless like most of high school. And not to say like, I mean, homeless as not at home with my mom. I was grateful that people would allow me to live with them. So I am really thankful for that. And but God bless, He answered prayers. And because I prayed. And so finally we found out what was wrong with her. And she didn't at 20. And from 20 to the time she passed away 2 years ago at 67, she never had to go back into the mental institution again. She was very compliant with her medications. She didn't drink. She was just a sweetheart, and I just wish you all who haven't met her, I wish you could have the opportunity, to have met her, because nobody like in her latter part of her life would believe that she had went through the things that she went through. So not only was God victorious for me, He was victorious for her, and I'm just forever grateful and forever indebted to God for that. um, and but I thank God for allowing me to go through those situations, because it even helps me, the situation with my mom, because it helps me with my profession as a nurse. It helps me with the patients that I have to deal with. Like sometimes, I've had plenty of times where I had other nurses would be like, "Oh, well, this patient's difficult," or they, give me a rundown of their history, and then I'm like, "Oh, okay." But I go in, and then people over and over, they're like, "Well, how is it that you don't have any problems with them?" And you know, they didn't give you a hard time or whatever. I'm like, because I don't, I'm not, I know I'm not scared of them. I don't judge them. I don't, and plus I've had experience, from that time with my mom, so that now I can still give and help other people. And in honor of my mother is my motivation for our mental health ministry in our church, and to be our mental health for our mental health coaching. I just want to help the world. I want to help break stigmas against people being judgmental about somebody just because they may have a mood disorder. I have a mood disorder. You might not know it because I smile all the time. Yeah, and but yes, I do. And but that doesn't mean that the world has ended. No, that just means that I will tolerate a certain amount of stress, a certain amount of nonsense, you know. And there's a limit. So I have limits on what I deal with and what I don't deal with, and the amount of negativity that I will even allow into my life. So, and that is, one of the main ways of handling it. So, to God be the glory with that, and you can too. So, I would encourage people, like, if you have any type of mental health issues, whether it be depression, a mood disorder, schizophrenia, bipolar, um, ADHD, just multiple personalities, anything you have, just reach out, be compliant, like with your medication, seek counseling. Um, and if it's something that's minor and you just need a coach, you can reach out to me. Um, I will. I'm open to doing that, and I'm open to just giving back to God's people, because God has given so much to me.
But tell the people how to get in contact with you.
Oh, you can get in contact with me either through my website, which is raycopoole.com. I'm on Instagram as rpool2, or I guess it's at rpool2. You can also reach me on my phone, which is 312-391-6175. Text me first, let me know, because at work, I probably won't answer the phone and I work, long hours, but so that I'll know to reach back, to call you back. Just leave me your name, number, and a call back. You can leave me a voicemail. Um, You can also reach me. You can message me on Messenger, Instagram. I'm at Rayco Williamson Poole on Facebook, and I think that's all. Yeah.
Well, it's so great to that you share with the people, of some of the things that you've gone through to get your mind to where you want it to be, because what a lot of people don't realize that a lot of us need to change our mind, our mindset, the way that we feel about ourselves. Some of us we don't even feel good about ourselves. And I constantly tell people, if you can't love yourself, who's gonna love you? You got to be
That's
able to
right.
love yourself in order to continue to cope in this world, and getting your mind in that place to where
Hmm.
you got yourself stable, you got yourself in a place that where God got you, and He's got you in a stability state. And that's what I tell people. You got to be in a place now where God can have you stable. And then I feel that even with the mindset, dealing with the mind, that a lot of us we have a tendency when we think about, even when we have to go talk to counselors and things, that even though they may put us on some medicine, we feel that there's something wrong with that. But I come to tell you all, sometimes you got to change your mind. And I'll be the first to tell you all, even when I was going through some things to change my mind, I was going through a depression state and didn't realize how depressed I really was. And then me myself, I had to go and talk to a counselor, a doctor, and stuff, and they put me on medicine. Thank God I'm not still on the medicine, because he told me when he was talking to me that, hey, I don't feel like that you have to take this for a long term. But at that period of time, he told me, he said, I feel like you need to take it because what you think is sleep is not sleep. You're not really getting sleep. And I thought I was really getting sleep, and I really wasn't. He said, you're not really getting any sleep. And so, I had to take medicine for a while. And but it got me back to where I am, and realize how depressed I was. I didn't realize how stressed out that I was. I didn't realize how much I worried until, I had to go through this transition. And going through that transition, I'm not saying that, that, oh, I'm just this such great person that you don't go through things. Let me tell you all something. Let me tell you all something tonight. Just because you're in ministry don't mean you don't go through anything. Just because you're in ministry don't mean you don't worry. Just because you're in ministry don't mean that you got it all together, because there's a lot of people in ministry still don't have it all together. But when we can come and let people know that, hey, we don't have it all together, because you got to realize we're all still human flesh, human beings that still go through things. And I'm here to tell you all, you need somebody that you can talk to. You need an outlet. That's what we're here on here tonight to talk about mindset. So you need to change your mindset, change the way that you think. Let somebody talk to you. Let somebody coach you. And hey, we're here. We are here. We're here for anybody. Hey, we've given you the information. Hey, but we're gonna end this segment, and in about 30 more minutes, well, I know I'm gonna come back to another segment. I know First Lady got some things that she has to do, but at 9 o'clock, I'm gonna have another guest come on at 9 o'clock, and we're gonna uh, talk to that guest about their mindset, where they're at, how can they explain to you all the things that they have gone through in life and all the things that they have dealt with. But I'm telling you all, I'm excited about what God is doing. I'm just excited and amazed, and I'm gonna tell you all, just sitting here with myself and my wife talking to you all and sharing with you all, it excites me because we are helping God's people, and that's what excites us. Hey, I want you all to, hey, know that we're on your side. We're looking for you. We don't disrespect nobody. We love everybody. Hey, we respect you wherever you are. I don't care how much money you have. I don't care. That don't move us. What moves us is that we event. That's what matters. That your life is changing, that you're changing, that you're growing, that you're coming out of that rut. You're coming out of that state that the enemy has tried to place you in. That's what's important to us. That your life is changing, and that's what we want. So, with that being said, I just want to tell First Lady, thank you, honey, for sharing with the people. Hey, at nine
Anytime.
o'clock, we will be back. I will be back. I know First Lady is busy, but I will be back. So at 9 o'clock, hey, come back, share, and invite somebody. I'm telling you all, God is on the move. So you all be blessed. Until 9 o'clock, we'll see you. 9 o'clock Eastern time. Bless you.
Bye bye.